I'm back. Actually, it's the next morning. I got too tired after I made the caramel sauce. But here it is. Just took it out of the refrigerator. And it's a nice thick consistency. And it tastes pretty good. It's actually a little bit on the sweet side for me. If I make it again, I might use a little less sugar. But it'll take me months to use this up, although I think I'll probably stir a teaspoon in my coffee tomorrow and check it out that way. Okay, so let's get going on the donuts. First thing I did was prepare a baking pan because these donuts are baked. It's my dairy cookie sheet lined with parchment and sprayed with coconut oil. The coconut oil is from Sprouts and it's Star K. The parchment paper has to have a hechsher, and I use this brand, If You Care, and it is also Star K. Okay, so that's ready. I turned on my oven to 325 degrees. And now let's get started with the ingredients. There's egg whites, and I'll save the yolks for something else later on. There's allulose sweetener, which is OU. There's egg white powder. Now, I have been using this one for months, and I still have 2 bags. It's by Lesser Evil, and it's also OU. But it's out of stock now. I don't know if they're gonna continue making it or they've gone on to other projects. But I did find this one by Modernist Pantry. Both of these were eligible, or both of these were available on Amazon, and it is also OU. I haven't started using it, but it's the only other one I found that's kosher. We also are using some cream of tartar. I got this on Amazon, and it's the Pure brand. It doesn't need a hechsher as long as there's no other ingredients in it. And I found out by looking at the ingredients that cream of tartar is actually called potassium bitartrate, if I'm saying that right. Thought that was interesting. Why isn't it not just called cream of tartar? And then vegan gelatin. And this is the only one I've ever found. I just found it recently, maybe about a month ago, but I haven't used it yet. It's OU, so I'm excited. The brand name is Druid's Grove. It says natural food for ethical people. One-on-one replacement for animal-based gelatin. So that's what I'm using, and I'm looking forward to using this for many other recipes. There's also a teaspoon of vanilla. I use this one by, who is it by? Simply Organic, and it's KSA, and I buy this one at Sprouts, but I've also seen it at Whole Foods. And salt, real salt I use. It's OU. Okay, I've got my mixer set up, and I'm gonna add 6 large egg whites. I already separated and saved the yolks for another recipe. And I'm gonna add the cream of tartar, which is this one. It's 1½ teaspoons. And start mixing. You wanna make sure your mixer bowl and your beaters are free from any dust or especially any grease, and they can't be wet or your eggs will not whip up. Meanwhile, I'm going to mix my dry ingredients together. The egg white powder, the gelatin, and the salt. Just going to use a small whisk to mix them together. I sifted the allulose just like I did with the caramel sauce. I mix it on medium until I make sure it's blended and I get these bubbles. And then I move it up to high. Let's see what they look like. They're holding their shape and they don't even fall off the spatula. So I'm going to start adding some of the powdered mix, about half of it. A little more. And the rest of it. I'm going to scrape the sides. And check the bottom to make sure everything's mixed in. And I'm going to give it one last quick. Look how much of the mixture is stuck to the beaters. Just take the beaters off and tap it against the side. Then the vanilla. You want to fold that in by hand. Just quickly, because you don't want the egg whites to fall. Well, I should have mentioned you should also preheat your oven before you start mixing, because this comes together really quickly. And you want to get these into the oven before they fall. All right, take the bowl off, scoot this mixer out of the way, and bring over my cookie tray. Now, you can use like 2 spoons, make a pile. You want to divide them into 6 piles, or you can use this kind of scoop, like an ice cream scoop, but this is a very large one. I think it's 4.4 ounces. Doesn't say on here. So you want to spray it. I'm going to do it over the sink with the coconut oil, and take out a big scoop and press it on here. Just release like that. Didn't all come out. You don't need to spray it after every dip, but I think it's time again. I just spray some in and shake the excess out over the sink. I have leftover egg whites, so, ooh, sorry for that. I'm gonna scoop some on. Some more on each one of these. Because the ones on this side seem to be a little bit smaller. I think they only cook for about 15 minutes. I'll check it when I put it in the oven. I guess my egg whites whipped up more because last time I made these it was only 6. Okay, I'm going to stick these in the oven. These donuts are done. I'm going to take them and make a slit right here where they're soft in the middle, pretty big slit. So I can get some filling in there. Okay, let's do the caramel first. I softened it up to let it come to room temperature. And I'm putting about 2 teaspoons in each one. Now some of these, my daughter wants jelly, so she has some jelly that she eats. But I'll make 3 caramels right now. Comes apart a little bit, but then it works like a glue. You know what? I'm going to sprinkle these with powdered sugar too. This is the Swerve powdered sugar. And it's OU. All right, I'm going to put the 3 caramel ones here. And the 3 plain ones here. There, those look scrumptious. Let's take a taste test. I'm anxious. I think these are going to be really good. It's mezzanote, I believe, because angel food cake is mezzanote. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei minei mezzanote. I like the caramel. I was worried it would be too sweet, and it is kind of on the sweet side, but it's good. It's really good. You can see the caramel inside. If I were to make these again, I think I'd cook them a little bit less. Maybe cook them halfway and then deep fry them. That would be more like a traditional Sufganiyot. But these are good like this. I hope you make these. If you have any questions, just post it in the show notes. And I'll put the recipe there. B'tei avon.